Good day, Miss Moira.
I am Virilio G. Ladao Jr. from BSA 1B.
I am Rinhard G. Capapistol from BSA 1B.
And I am Rechilinti Sumili from BSA 1B.
And I am Justin Adrian D. Yuban from BSA 1B.
And I am Angela Yapi from BSA 1B.
We are the Group 1
presenter.
So, our case study 5 and the title of Bioteach Crops for Pest Resistant. So, here's the overview. A Bioteach company develops pest-resistant crops that reduce the need for chemical pesticides, while farmers benefit from reduced cost, neighboring organic farms, exploring crops pollination, threatening their certification and marketizing. So here's the discussion and question.
So first question is, how can farmers using biotech crops and thus maintaining organic practices coexist ethically?
So, farmers using biotic crops and organic farmers can coexist by practicing buffer zones, leaving a strip of land between their fields by reduced cross-pollination risk. And they can cooperation, planting schedules and rest by reducing pollen drift. So, example, in the US, some organic farmers help work with organic farms and creating no grower zones around organic farm, helping them to maintain certification.
So for that question number 1, here's the key concepts of STS including.
First key concept is technoscience. Technoscience because science, genetics, and technology in biotic crops shape farming.
Second is risk and ethics. Cross pollination and organic farmers that produce income and consumer trust.
And the third one is public understanding of science. It's because consumers may not understand how biotic crops affects organics.
And policy implication. And because government may need to clear rules and buffer. Government need a clear rules and buffer zones.
So here's the second question. What policy should regulate cross-pollination to protect both biotic and organic farmers?
Policy should include, first one is mandatory buffer zone between biotic and organic farms, and the second one is liability rules, or worst biotic companies must compensate organic farmers if cross-pollination cost of economic loss. And the third one is labeling laws. Labeling laws, consumer knows what they are buying.
So, and one for example for this is the European Union has a strict regulations including minimum distance between biotic and organic farming. So, for that question number 2, here's the key concepts of STS including.
So first key concept of STS is socio-technical system. Why? It's because policies must balance scientific risk and farmers' rights.
And the second key concept is public understanding of science. Because people need clear information on cross-pollination risk.
And the third one is socio-technical imaginaries, because some societies see biotic as the future of organic farming, while the others purposing traditional farming.
Here's a discussion question of number 3. How can societal values around sustainability or organic farming influence biotic adaptation?
Society values shape how much and biotic crops are accepted and people prioritize the natural farming and they may resist biotic crops, and they focus on including pesticides and may support the biotech.
So for that question number 3, here's the key concepts of STS.
So the first key concept of STS is socio-technical system. The success of biotic crops is like BT corn and BT eggplant. So biotic crops, so general na siya. So magdepende na siya sa balaod ang law, then consumer demand and farmers practices also.
So here's the conclusion. Farmers using biotic crops and those practicing organic farmers can coexist ethically by establishing buffer zones and minimize pollination risk. Policy should regulate this interaction. Through mandatory buffer zones and to buffer zones, liability rules and clear leveling to ensure fairness and transparency.
So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.